Shockwaves of the Shattered Rainbow was released in April 2006. This 120 card set introduced multicolored creatures that require tapping mana of 2 colors to be summoned. While they also have the drawback of entering the mana zone tapped, multicolored creatures tend to have more power and stronger effects than other creatures of the same cost. The introduction of multicolored creatures created a power spike in the Duel Masters metagame, allowing new decks to take the top spots in tournament play. Oh yeah, and also the silent skill keywords debuted here, but those were quickly forgotten because the rainbow cards were just that much more powerful. Anyways, notable cards from this set include Ganta, the Warrior Savage, Blue Mercus, Flare Guardian, Soul Swap, Tanzanite the Awakener, and the undisputed king of all of English Duel Masters, Bombazar, Dragon of Destiny. In this series, both Michael Swartz and myself will be opening 24 booster packs, or 1 box, of a core Duel Masters booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each new episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of the episode. This is the Duel Masters Progression Series. Oh, we're back, everyone. We are in the winner's circle once again. We managed to take down Michael Schwartz's Rush deck. And by take down his Rush deck, I mean we just so happened to draw all of our 1-drop and 2-drop blockers in the early game and managed to somehow rush down a Rush deck. How many times does that happen? Probably not very often, but it was enough to put me in the winner's circle, so I will not be complaining. I'm going to spin the Fatal Brood wheel here, which is going to be pretty useful for me. Obviously, the one thing I want the most is that wildcard super rare, because that is another Petruva. And I don't think that's ever been spun on this wheel before, so that would be a sick first spin. Also, like, the packs is another shot at it. And, like, rare isn't bad either, because I could pick up a Slash Charger that I didn't manage to pull, or another copy of Blizzard of Spears. There's some good stuff we could get, so let's just spin this wheel and see what we can get. Come on, what's it gonna be? Around and around, where she stops, nobody knows. Oh, it's a common card. God damn it. Well, I'm looking through my pulls here, and like, there's not a single common in this set that I was wishing I pulled a few more of. I mean, I guess I don't have a playset of a Cavern Raider. I mean, I got the Jill Warcas, I got the Zombie Carnivals. I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got the Zombie Carnivals, I got the Bat Doctors. I got, like, everything I could ever want. Yeah, well, I guess I only got 3 Cavern Raiders, so in the off chance that I play some weird Beast Folk deck and want 4, I guess I'll take that. Whatever. Let's open up some real good packs.
Okay, so we're back again with the Progression Series, and I am really excited for this week's episode because we are opening 24 packs of Shockwaves of the Shattered Rainbow. It is true that our duels last week didn't go so hot for me, but I don't even know how much that matters because I really think this next set is going to be a game changer for the Progression Series. At every rarity in this set, there are tons of good cards that either of us could pull, and depending on how these openings go, me and Ben could both be doing something completely and utterly different from what we've done the past weeks, because I do think there are just that many impactful cards in this set. So the elephant in the room, obviously for anyone who's played the English TCG, is Bombazar, Dragon of Destiny, which is just by far the most powerful card that was ever printed in English Duel Masters. If we pull that, we will be playing it. So that's the big one we're looking out for. Another one I would really like to see is Soul Swap, which I think is in the rare slot. And it's just a very flexible card and also very powerful in a lot of circumstances. And at least in my opinion, it's also a lot of fun to play with. So I'd really like to pull some of those. There is not time to list all of them, so let's just get into the pack opening and see what we get as we open the packs.
There's so many good cards in this set, from commons, uncommons, rares, very rares, super rares, secret rares, god, crystal rares. Rares you ain't even ever heard of are in this set. No, okay, not really. But basically where I'm going is, there's so much that could happen that, like, I don't even know what to expect. Let's jump in and open these packs.
In the rare slot here, we have Crystal Spin Slicer, which is a cheap, powerful Liquid People evolution, kind of like Bark Whip, but this one's for Liquid People. Probably not going to make the cut, unfortunately, but I do think it's kind of a cool card. We also have another really good multi-civilization card, Ganta the Warrior Savage. Just a 2-mana 4,000 with the human and beast folk races. This is just a lot of power for only 2 mana. Just a really efficient card that dodges a lot of like power-based removal and is going to win most combat. Just a really, really efficient and good card.
Oh, we got some solid cards in here. The first super rare in Pack 4, Declawaz the Terminator. Now, you can get some bad supers in this set. Declawaz is definitely not one of them. Generally, like these creatures where they have a tap effect to activate an ability, they tend to be too slow to be that useful. But Declawaz is one of the exceptions to it. You could tap him and destroy all creatures with power 3,000 or less, and discard them from your opponent's hand. So imagine I'm up against a rush deck like I just played against Michael last week. Play this thing, if I can start tapping it, he literally just can't play cards anymore. It's so good.
And in Pack 3, now we have a holo for the first time. We have Techno Totem. This is a 4-mana card with a tap ability that basically says choose one of your opponent's creatures in the battle zone and tap it. It also has the effect that while it's tapped, each of your other creatures has power attacker plus 1,500. So like basically you can use this as like a board control tool in Light and Nature, which don't really have the best board control tools. Otherwise, you can tap this, buff up the rest of your party, and tap something else in the process, and then kill it with one of your other buffed up creatures.
Oh, a good very rare. We're looking for the Bombazar as the very rare, but I will not complain about Gajira Boot. There's this, and then there's Core Crash Lizard. It's pretty much just when you summon them, one of your opponent's shields goes straight to the graveyard. Now, in the Progression Series, none of us pulled Bomedius, so we don't have ways of just destroying shields directly. This gives us a way to just get through shield triggers. It just helps you end the game a little bit safer as a control deck. You could also try to come up with some kind of way of looping this and like bouncing it to your hand with like an Aeropica, or like maybe use like teleportation, bounce one of your opponent's cards and bounce him back. You can do some interesting things with it.
And now a super rare already, we have Bodacious Giant. Again, this is not really the holo we were looking for, but it is an 8-mana 12,000 double breaker, and when it's tapped, it like forces your creatures to attack itself, which pretty much means one of their creatures is gonna die if they have to attack this. Neat effect, but for 8 mana, it's not quite there, I don't think, unfortunately.
Yes, that is 2 real good cards. 3 cards I'm looking for. This is a good pack. It's not very rares, but Pala Olasis Morning Guardian is sick because I've been playing a lot of like Guardian decks, as you've seen. This is going to give all my other creatures 2,000 power during my opponent's turn, which is going to make it really hard for decks to do anything that deal with like power. So like any aggressive decks, they're going to have a hard time like attacking. Think about cards like Apocalypse Vise becomes way less powerful. Searing Wave, it almost doesn't work anymore. Burst Shot legitimately doesn't work anymore. Super good Guardian.
Okay, and we've got 2 really good multi-civ cards. I guess Sky Sword we already talked about. Windex is a similar sort of card here, where it's a 5-mana 2,000 with 2 good effects. This one kills a blocker and gets the top card of your deck into your mana zone. Again, just a really solid card.
Oh my god, Declawaz number 2? This opening is going fantastic. We're only on pack 8. Okay. Ideas are coming in. I love this.
We also have Lucia Lex Pinnacle Guardian, which is like it's not one of the better rares, but it is still decent. 3 mana 2,500 power attacker plus 3,000, and at the end of each of your turns you can untap it. So it is a Guardian that's not banned, and it's just a 5,500 power attacker that isn't vulnerable on your opponent's turn. Also just a pretty solid card.
Alright, well we're pulling a Wind Axe number 2. That's pretty good. I want to get as many of those as we can. If we could get a playset, that would be sick. We also have King Oquanos. It gets power for each tapped card in your opponent's mana zone. And when it has enough power, it's a double breaker. It is like, the thing about this set, there's insanely good very rares, and then there's like this and a couple others that suck. So it kind of feels bad pulling it.
Okay, here we go. We've got it. The boy himself, Bombazar, Dragon of Destiny. And as a matter of fact, we've also got Soul Swap right next to him. This is absolutely the pack I dreamed about here. So let's just briefly talk about these cards. If you've played Duel Masters, you probably know what Bombazar does at least, but it's a 7 mana, 6,000 power speed attacker double breaker, and the real draw is this line of text here. When this creature is put into the battle zone, take an extra turn after this one. The drawback is that you lose the game at the end of that turn, so basically you have 2 turns to win the game, but your opponent doesn't get a turn in the meantime. So that's just insanely good, and this was pretty much strong enough to warp the entire meta around it when it was released. We also have Soul Swap, which is a really neat card. For 3 mana, you can like swap any creature in the battle zone with a creature in that player's mana zone. And this is just really flexible because you can use it on your creatures or your opponent's creatures. So like you can use this as a removal spell, remove your opponent's big creature and replace it with their Bloody Squeedo that they put to mana. Or you can do the opposite of that, like put your bad creature to mana and run out, for example, a Bombazar Dragon of Destiny or whatever you want that's a really strong card. Just really flexible. It is worth mentioning you can't use this to like cheat on mana because like if you want to cheat out a 7 mana creature, you have to have 7 mana in your mana zone in order to do it. That's also on the text of the card. But regardless, this is just really flexible and really powerful. Amazing pack here.
Pala Oasis, number 2. Windax, number 3. This is fantastic. I cannot complain. We also picked up Ganta the Warrior Savage. Now, vanillas don't look that exciting at first, but 4k power on turn 2 is honestly a force to be reckoned with.
Another Bodacious Giant. I don't really think we're going to be playing this, unfortunately. Lucia Lex is not bad again if we want to be light nature. We'll see what happens.
Halfway through, we get another super rare, not the one we really wanted. It's a double breaker, and while this creature is tapped during your opponent's turn, your opponent has to attack it at least once. It's a lot of power, and it's really slow. I probably won't ever use it.
This is not really a fantastic card, but we have Shaman Broccoli, which is just awesome because, I mean, look at it. It's just this cute little broccoli thing. I love it.
Oh, another very rare that is not the one I wanted to see. It gets power for each of your untapped creatures in the battle zone, and if it would be destroyed, shuffle it into your deck. I think it's the only creature in the game with an effect like that. Like, it's not like it goes back to your hand, it just goes into your deck, and it's probably a dead draw most of the time, so I don't think it's very good.
This is probably the playset of Gantas also, so given that we've got Ganta and Windax and at least one Bombazar, we're maybe going to be going that route. I'd really like to get a second one before we full commit, but we're already looking pretty good for this opening here.
Bodacious Giant number 2. Why do we get the weird double supers? Oh well. Hawkeye Lunatron is actually like an okay one. It's pretty expensive, but when you play it, you pretty much just get a crystal memory effect, and it's a beat stick. Definitely not bad for a water deck that's like a control high-end kind of deck. We also picked up a Sky Sword, the Savage Vizier. Super good for a light nature deck. Get the top card of your deck to your mana zone and the top card of your deck to your shield. Super advantage building.
Another Techno Totem. We'll see if we can make use of that. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we'll see. And we get another one of this Terra Dragon Dakma Balgaro, unfortunately. So not that great there. However, we did get one Bombazar and a ton of Windax and Gantas, so that's pretty good, and the one Soul Swap. All in all, I'd say this was a pretty good pack opening. I'm really excited to slap down a Bombazar and just watch Ben lose the game in short order after that.
Core Crash Lizard, that's pretty good. I've gotten some good hollows, I won't lie. And another Windax. I guess that's 5 of them. Core Crash Lizard is sick. Windax is sick, but I already got him. Last pack magic. Are we going to pull a Bombazar? I hope so. I hope so. Oh my god, I actually did! The last pack magic? Oh my god. I got the Bombazar. I got the playset of Windax. I got a decent amount of Gantas. Oh my god, we got Bombazar. We actually did it. We got Bombazar. We got light control stuff. We got, like, dark water fire control stuff. Like, we were saying, like, these pulls, whatever pulls you get can dictate your deck. I actually have like the freedom to do whatever I want with these polls. This is like the god polls. I'm not gonna lie. I can't. Oh my god. Mike, you better be ready for the rest of the progression series. This is gonna be like the come from behind victory. I can still win this progression series. I can still win this.
Okay, so here's the deck we're taking to today's episode. Yes, we are on Darkwater Fire Control yet again for this week. Most of the cards in this deck list are things we've already seen before in the progression series, mostly in past iterations of Darkwater Fire Control. But since all of this is stuff we've already talked about, I think what I want to spend a bit more time talking about this week, what the current metagame for Duel Masters looks like, and why I'm still running this deck for this week. We've just had Shockwaves of the Shattered Rainbow release in the progression series, and the elephant in the room in any discussion of the Duel Masters metagame at that point is Bombazar Dragon of Destiny. That card is just insanely powerful, and by far the strongest deck you can be playing right now is like some sort of aggressive strategy focusing around that card. There's a few different color combinations you can run with, but really they're all the same basic strategy. So anyways, I have no idea what Ben pulled in his pack opening, but he could have pulled a Bombazar. He could have pulled two Bombazars. He could have gotten the absolute luck of the gods and pulled 4 of them. I have no idea. Whatever I play this week, I think it has to be prepared for Bombazar Dragon of Destiny. And so how do we do that? The first thing I was trying was basically trying like tons of different Bombazar decks of my own, because after all, I did pull one of them in my pack opening. However, I eventually just came to the conclusion that Ben's Bombazar decks are going to be better than mine, and there's a few reasons for that. I only pulled one Bombazar, so like we can't really lean into the full strength of that card with only one copy of it. Also, Ben has 4 copies of Twin Cannon Skytear and 4 copies of Aqua Surfer, which are cards I do not have full playsets of, or in Aqua Surfer's case, I don't even have one of them. But so anyway, Ben has those cards and I don't, and I think those are like hugely important cards to have if we were in some like hypothetical Bombazar mirror match. And so anyways, I ruled out trying to build a better Bombazar deck than Ben, because I just don't think that's possible. And so what that means is that we have to attack that deck from some other angle. But it turns out Bombazar's a hell of a card, and there's not really many ways to do that. You can try and build some really aggressive deck, like I was playing last week, for example, and try and go under the Bombazar decks. For a few reasons, I don't think that's that viable of a strategy, so I didn't want to go with that. And really, one of the only other ways to combat Bombazar effectively is by discarding it out of their hand before they can play it, basically. Because once they play it, if they've got any sort of board, the game's just going to end immediately. We really, really, really need to be discarding Bombazar out of Ben's hand, and probably the best use of discard in this current metagame is Darkwater Fire Control. And so that basically lands us here on the deck list that you see before you. So one last thing I will talk about, we have cut down on the card count a lot in this build compared to previous iterations of Darkwater Fire Control. Mainly, we're not worried about decking out so much right now compared to previous formats that were a bit slower. Also, we really just want to make sure that we draw our discard cards, and we don't want to bloat our deck with tons of other things that prevent us from doing that. So anyways, that's why we're running this list here. I will just briefly comment on the card by card now. I won't spend too much time. We do have Bloody Squeedo, so it is true that blockers are a bit worse right now because there's a lot of kill blocker cards that are really strong right now. But this is still an early blocker that can contest Ganta the Warrior Savage, which I think is really important. Next we have 2 Emerald. Shield triggers are still good, especially with Bombazar. 1 Melnia the Aqua Shadow. This is actually a new card. It's a Water Darkness card that's a Slayer that can't be blocked. So that means like this can basically kill any tapped creature that Ben has if he's playing some aggressive strategy with like Ganta the Warrior Savage, for example, which is a really hard card to deal with. If he tries to swing with that, this can let us kill it. 2 Spiral Gate. This is just a shield trigger that removes creatures from the battlefield, which is really important if Ben tries to swindle a game from us with Bombazar. 4 Aqua Hulkus, 1 Energy Stream, and 2 Brain Serum to round out the card draw in this deck. Next, 2 Thrash Crawler, which lets us tutor cards out of our mana zone. Corpse Charger, which lets us get cards back from our graveyard. 2 Volcano Charger, and then the ever important discard cards in this deck. So we've got 4 Locomotiver, 3 Cranium Clamp, and then 1 new card, Gallic the Shadow Warrior. This is a Fire Darkness card, and it has basically 2 effects. It can destroy a blocker and discard a card out of Ben's hand, which is just a pretty good deal if Ben has a blocker on the battlefield, and it's just more discard to get rid of Ben's Bombazars. So really solid card from the new set here. Next we have 3 Corile, 3 Tornado Flame, 1 Burst Shot. Burst Shot's probably a bit worse now because like Ganta is one of the most prominent early aggressive cards, and Burst Shot doesn't kill Ganta. That's why we're on more Tornado Flame than Burst Shot actually. But if Ben is on some like really low to the ground aggressive strategy, Burst Shot is going to come in handy, and we can still find uses for it in some other matchups also. 2 Terror Pit, 2 Apocalypse Vise. And then rounding out the top end to close the game, we have 2 Twin Cannon Sky Terror and 1 Basgazeel Dragon. So yeah, that's the deck for this week. We've already seen this before. We know it's strong. Can it keep up with Bombazar? Hopefully, if Ben hasn't pulled too many of them, I think we should stand a pretty good chance. But we will see.
This is not the deck I will be bringing to today's duel. This is actually the deck that got first place at the 2006 North America Continental Championships, piloted by Ben Fluhoft. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this deck was to emphasize why I can't play Bombazar this week. Now, in a Bombazar deck, it's super explosive, you can win games out of nowhere, you can just beat down control decks super easily, and you have a strong matchup all across the board because you just have this explosive factor that's brought in by a combination of Soul Swap, and just all these ways to get cards to your mana zone. So like you have Bronze Arm Tribe, you can get the Bombazar to the mana zone, now you can Soul Swap it out. Wind Axe, same thing, get it to the mana zone, Soul Swap it out. But I did not get Soul Swap, and I only have 1 Bombazar. So if my Bombazar ends up in the mana zone, I'm kind of screwed. I don't have a good way to come back from that. On top of that, in this Bombazar deck, if you get discarded, well, it's no big deal, right? You got the 4 energy streams, you get right back in the game, you find another Bombazar, and you're good to go. Meanwhile, my Bombazar deck is looking a little bit more like this. It needs a little bit more, right? So it's just too slow and not as explosive as I need it to be for my liking. Bombazar is great and all, but like, if it gets to my mana zone from a Bronze Arm Tribe or a Wind Axe, like, I have to wait till I get Flood Valve to bring it back, but like, that just feels bad. Like, I just don't have a better way to do it. That's what I'm forced into doing. On top of that, I only have 1 Bombazar, so I need to just play like a little bit slower cards like Dimension Gate just to try to search it out. And so it just doesn't have that explosive factor that a regular Bombazar deck would have. So if Michael's playing a control deck, even if the control deck is not like as super polished as a meta control deck in 2006 would have been, if he discards me out, I'm just kind of screwed and I don't have a great way to get back in the game. And Michael did pull 3 Cranium Clamps, let's keep that in mind. So it doesn't feel right to play this deck just yet. I'll keep it in my back pocket for later. Now, I did have a couple other back pocket decks that I could maybe bust out this time, but I don't know what Michael pulled in his packs. The packs that Michael gets is going to be so influential on what he's going to play, and I could just wait till next week to see what he got, and then choose which of those back pocket decks to pull out for next time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hedge my bets with something a little bit safer for this week. I will be playing 4 color control. It's kind of somewhere between like the light dark fire, like massive control decks I was building, and just like a classic dark water fire build. But it's kind of spec'd specifically for this episode of the Progression Series. Now, if Michael gets good Bombazar cards, he's going to be playing Bombazar almost for sure, right? So I want things in here that are going to just make that a little bit easier to deal with. So I've got the Tajamals. That helps a lot against Ganta. It helps a lot against Bombazar. If he goes with a big, like, control deck, well, I could use Mist Riaz to just, like, snowball the game and just win against the control deck in that sense. as long as this deck has a decent matchup against Rush, it's going to just be really well-rounded. And then I can wait, see what Michael's playing, see what he pulled, and then next week I can bust out maybe a killer. We'll find out. So I'll do a quick card by card. I know this has been a long intro so far. I haven't even talked about my cards yet. So Pella Oasis. This is an amazing card that I pulled, and it's going to help a lot against the control matchup, because if I play this right before playing Mist Riaz, it just makes it a lot harder for him to kill it. He's got to rely on having like one of his 2 Terror Pits, or I guess a Tornado Flame too. Volcano Charger won't kill it, Crimson Hammer won't kill it, Searing Wave won't kill it, Burst Shot won't kill it. It just makes it a lot easier to stick the board. Taj Mahal, good against Ganta, good against Bombazar, strong blocker overall. Not too shabby. Aqua Hocus is actually really good against aggressive decks for just getting an early body on the board, and also against control, it helps you draw cards, so that's why I picked that over Magris. I only put in 1 Magris because I actually just needed more light mana, believe it or not, so that's why he's in there. Because I'm not as light focused as I used to be, as you can see. 1 Thrashcrawler gets stuff back from my mana zone and is a good blocker. Locomotiver, discard cards from his hand, super good. And if it's a shield trigger against Rush, it helps a lot. And Mist Riaz, of course, just to snowball the game against control. I think it's really going to help me win in a Darkwater Fire matchup, which I do believe is the most likely deck that he's going to be playing. Petriva is honestly like out of place in this deck, but the reason I'm keeping it in is more of just like a progression series like reason, I guess. There's not really that good of a race to call in this deck. I'll probably be calling Guardian most of the time just because I've got like the Pella Oasis and the Mist Riaz. It just keeps the Mist Riaz safe. Most of the like removal that we're relying on is power based, because like Michael doesn't have Hopeless Vortex. He only has 2 Terror Pits, and then after that, he's stuck relying on Tornado Flames and stuff. So once I use Petriva, it just makes it really hard for him to kill my guys, for whatever race I call. Core Isle, busted. Aqua Surfer, busted. Declawaz is maybe also out of place here, but it kills so much of my own stuff. But the reason I'm using it is because against aggressive stuff, once I can stick him on the board, it just makes it a lot easier to win the game from there. And also, if I have Petriva, I can use it and like keep a Mist Riaz on the board while just denying him of any 3,000 or less power creature. 2 is Psyforce, get stuff back from my mana zone, blocker, lots of power. In my other light focused decks, I was using Ray Bill to just be like my endgame finishers, but I'm not as light focused this time, so I'm going to be switching it over to Twin Cannon Skytear just to add a little bit of explosiveness to the deck. And yeah, there's times where you can just rush down with this weirdly in a control deck, so yeah, he's pretty strong. 3 Ghost Touch. I wish this was Cranium Clamp, but I gotta work with what I got. 2 Spiral Gates. Now, I only have the 1 Terror Pit, so I wanted more shield trigger, just like target removal. And on top of that, this will help slow Michael down if he ends up on like that stupid volume deck, but I don't think he's gonna do that. There's also like he could be playing the Declawaz Tanzanite lock if he pulls those. So this will just help slow it down and just buy me time to deal with it with something else. Crimson Hammer, super good against rush decks. I could have gone with Phantom Dragon's Flame, but the reason I chose Crimson Hammer is because against like an aggressive deck, it's actually a really strong turn 4 play to do something like Crimson Hammer and follow it up with Ghost Touch or Crimson Hammer Spiral Gate. But with Phantom Dragon's Flame, you don't get that like power turn 4 play. And I think it ends up being a little bit stronger, just by this much. I also have so many other shield triggers, it shouldn't matter too much. Energy Stream, draw cards, Crystal Memory. My deck is massive, search stuff out, what more could you ask for? Rumble Gate, I have a lot of strong stuff, and with Petriva, if I can juice things up, it'll help me just be like a board wipe, essentially. Zombie Carnival, good in the late game against control decks. I can get back Mist Riazes that were killed. I can get back cards that were discarded. I wanted some kind of recursion, so that's just a one of. It didn't feel like it was necessary to have more. 1 Hopeless Vortex to kill like anything. Tornado Flame is going to be really important because if he's on a Bombazar build, I can kill Ganta with this, or any kind of aggressive deck, I can kill Gantas. Killing Gantas is difficult, so I want the Tornado Flames to do it. And Terror Pit, yeah, it'll do it too, but it'll also kill anything else. Burst Shot is going to help keep me alive against Rush or against like aggressive Bombazar decks. Apocalypse Vise for the board wipe, and Lost Soul for the discard. I think Michael's going to be playing a Darkwater Fire control deck. I think this is going to have a good matchup against it, but in the event that he did pull some kind of cracked Bombazar build, I'm going to be pretty much fine, I think. I'm going to be fine against Rush. It's going to be a beautiful win, and I'm going to tie the series. Let's duel! Alright, welcome everybody to the Duel Episode 10, Shockwaves of the Shattered Rainbow. How did you feel about this week? This was kind of a crazy one, or like, it might be a crazy one. Who knows what's gonna happen? I have no idea what's gonna happen.
After extensive testing for this week, I've come to the shocking conclusion that Bombazar Dragon of Destiny is a good card.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. And so I have no idea what's gonna happen. I hope you didn't pull 4 of them because I'm probably gonna lose if you did.
Hey, I mean, what was it, the set before? I pulled 4 of the Dark Lord Evo. It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I mean,
I don't
know.
Well, I'm gonna now look at your deck size, and we're gonna see if it says anything.
Oh,
and
my
that's not
You're
very
on a
many
big
cards.
Deck here. Okay.
I'm on a big chonker of a deck.
I guess that means at best you only have a 4 out of 54 chance of drawing Bombazar. We'll take that.
Yeah, that's a thing. All right. Let's roll these dice and see who's going first and second. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1, roll it. I did it.
Oh my god.
I'm a god. I finally won. I believe when I see a 41 card deck, I think that means I'm going first.
All right.
But I might regret this. Hold on, let me think this through. Yeah, I feel like going first is probably the safer thing, so I'll go first.
All right. Best of luck.
Yeah, good luck. We are gonna start things off strong with a card that I don't imagine is gonna be too useful in the near future. And it's one you probably expected to see. Miss Riaz Sonic Guardian.
Yep, Miss Riaz is a card. Alright.
Yeah, probably not too unexpected to see him. When you see I'm playing 54 cards.
Yeah, I mean, light is by far your strongest. Well, at least before. I mean, this episode could have changed everything.
Yeah, oh, it definitely could have. I mean, there's still, what, 50?
The question is, how many Palo-Laces did you pull, and did you get a second Petruva from the wheel? I have no idea what to expect here. Anyways, what do we want to send to Matt? I have no idea. Yes, just Apocalypse Vise for now, and you can go ahead.
Apocalypse Vise and a 41 card stack. Very curious. I'm gonna put Zombie Carnival to mana and end my turn.
Dude, I realize that card is insane in your deck, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude, I love this card.
Well, not a whole lot happening here. We'll send Tornado Flame to mana and end the turn again.
The head is maybe scratching a little bit right now. Oh, this is an interesting one. I wish I knew more of your deck right now. See, the thing is, I need blue mana.
Fire Darkness Ghost Evolutions. I'll tell you that right now.
Alright.
I'm actually not, but that thought did cross my mind for some amount of time.
Well, my question was, which one do I want to play as blue mana? The Aqua Hocus or the Energy Stream? But you haven't threatened me yet, so I'm gonna go for the Energy Stream.
Right. Well,
if you had like some Gantas on board, I probably would have changed my mind.
Energy Stream is a good card. I think I'm gonna play one also.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna draw. So you're on 41 cards. I've seen Brain Serum, Energy Stream, and some fire spells. Makes me get like some Bombazar blue vibes coming right now. So let's charge the Twin Cannon to mana. My 4th Civilization. And we're gonna run out of Magris and draw a card.
Alright. Yep,
Go
you
ahead.
got it.
Let's see what you do. I don't like seeing 7 cards right there, even though I know you haven't played mana yet.
We want to do this, I wonder. This is a bit tricky. And draws have like not lined up exactly the way I want here. Alright.
Oh, you're using the stupid Spiral Gate. That one's ugly.
This one's, I kinda like it. It's fine. Anyway, we'll play Brain Serum, try and find something.
How many cards
Go
can
ahead.
you draw?
At least 4, apparently.
Now this is getting weird for me, because I don't know what's going on anymore. You're just drawing a million cards. Which means something is going to happen at some point. But I don't know what. I mean, you've probably got everything you want. But what is everything you want? I think I'm going to charge the Ghost Touch, because I don't like my odds when you have a 7 card
Your odds
hand.
of hitting a good card.
Yeah.
I've got 7 of them. And a good card I don't just have like a redundant copy of.
I have like, if I have the right read on your deck, I know what the right play is. But if I'm wrong, then I'm very wrong. I guess we're gonna do this. We're actually gonna do this. We're gonna pay 2 mana for Ghost Touch. And this is gonna let me maybe get a better idea. A Locomotiver. Okay. This changes everything. Actually, that doesn't change anything. I'm playing the Aquahulkus. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's probably a fair play regardless. Okay, we'll draw here.
I was not expecting to see the Locomotiver.
We'll send Bloody Squeedo to mana. Right, we'll play Cranium Clamp.
Okay. I don't like Cranium Clamp.
I'm a huge fan of Cranium Clamp. It's such a good card.
You got an Aquahulkus and
other Aquahulkus?
Psyforce.
Psyforce, okay, that's fair. And then go ahead.
Alright. I'll draw. I'm gonna charge the Burst Shot. Run out Mysterias.
Alright.
Aquahulkus is gonna hit Shield 1.
He's going in, okay.
You got enough cards in your hand, whatever. Magnus is gonna hit Shield 2.
That is a fair point. I guess should. Alright, you're good.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously doing this because you have a lost soul. Well, maybe it's not a given, but that would be by far the thing that's being telegraphed most strongly. But I think we've got to just answer the board, and then we'll go into a top-decking war if you have lost soul. So we'll Burst Shot.
Okay.
And then you can go ahead.
I'll draw a card. Oh no! Okay, that's funny.
Or are you gonna... If you said Bronze Arm Tribe to mana and play Bombazar, I'm gonna be so angry.
My God, that would be so funny too. That's not bad.
Okay, that's good. Just the nature out of nowhere. I mean, honestly, 5-color Bombazar is probably playable.
I mean, okay. It's funny because the reason I went in was I was gonna just Twin Cannon you and like make you just deal with stuff because you had nothing on board. I'm like, let's just do something, right? But then it was the Lost Soul off the top. So I was like, can I justify going in with the Twin Cannon when like you're gonna have something, right?
I've got a lot of something.
Yeah, I was like, there's something. You could answer it in some way.
You did discard Alec the Shadow Warrior, I think the first new card I'm playing.
Yeah. So
unless you count the new art,
well,
or no, that's from Stompatron's mind. New art Spiral Gate, I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because I was figuring there's a high chance that you have a Terror Pit, but I mean you also have the shields, 3 more chances, which you didn't have, so it'd be difficult for you to answer the Twin Cannon. But I feel comfortable with this deck top decking against you when I have more mana and I have a Magris.
We'll just send this straight to mana. Go ahead.
Alright, let's see what we got. I'll just draw and pass.
Alright, here we go. Not a bad top deck.
Oh no! My Locomotiver! It always happens this way.
Go ahead.
Draw. I'll pass. Top deck another Locomotiver, I dare you.
Not this time. I'll pass too.
I'll draw.
Despite the best efforts of Shockwaves of the Shattered Rainbow, it looks like this is still how our games are going.
It's tried its hardest. This is like, I practiced with this deck, I play tested it, but like, did any game quite go like this? I can't say it did.
Nope.
What do I want to do?
It's fun, because I was testing this against like your Fire, Light, Dark decks, but I wasn't testing this against like 4-color with way more card draw than you had before.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass.
Alright, giving me a really good Cranium Clamp here. I don't have one in my hand. I also did not draw one, but this is an interesting one.
If you could guess the 2 exact cards in my hand, like, I'll just give you this set. That's a lie, but I don't know. It's one of those times where it's such a weird situation that I don't know if you would have ever thought it.
Oh, we've got to fight through your removal somehow. I guess we're just gonna run out a Twin Cannon. And, I mean, I don't really think going in makes sense now, but let me just make sure. I mean, like, if I go in with the Locomotiver, you're just killing it with the Magris.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think we just end here.
Alright.
Maybe you have removal for the Twin Cannon and it gets wasted, but whatever.
We're gonna run out my good buddy, Pala Olasis.
Okay, you did pull at least one, apparently.
I did pull at least one. And then I'm just gonna Crimson Hammer the Locomotiver now, so I have a little bit less, like, threat of you just exploding on me with something weird.
Yep.
Ideally, I wanted to, like, save that for an Emerald so you couldn't Merfolk or something, but whatever.
Yes. Guess we'll just run out of Bloody Squeedo. I don't know if this is ever gonna do anything, but we can play it. Go ahead. I'm just gonna say, like, Petruva into Solar Ray. Actually, that doesn't even kill my Twin Cannon. I have a blocker. You also don't have enough light mana.
For my Corile.
One of Corile.
One
I
of
guess
Corile.
that's the reason not to play Bloody Squeedo.
It kind of feels bad, like, doing it on the Bloody Squeedo, but I feel like at least this way, I know you're not drawing something insane.
Go ahead.
Back. Yep.
I guess I will appropriately tap my mana.
We're gonna play a new guy. Declawaz the
Oh
Turbinator.
my god, you pulled Declawaz. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
dude, he's so cool.
Okay.
And then I
God, I love this card.
Yeah.
This
It's kind of an awkward situation where if I tap it, I kind of just blow up my own field, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a 5k body. What more can I ask for?
Maybe you can rip out my Hunterfish in hand if that's what you think I've got in my hand. How much do we want to worry about giving you a juicy Lost Soul?
I mean, I've used up one.
Yeah, I'm not... This isn't, like, the juiciest Lost Soul in the world anyways, even if it does pan out. But we'll Thrash Crawler, picking up Apocalypse Vise, and go ahead.
I'll draw. It does feel a little bit nice that, like, Pala Olasis will cut out of that Apocalypse Vise by quite a bit. I'm gonna run out a Locomotiver. Okay.
There goes Cranium Clamp.
I'm not too mad about that. Because realistically, the Vise is not that scary right now. Because you have to play something to mana too.
Yeah, I mean,
and, like,
that's not going to do too much while there's also
yeah,
a
to be fair, that does
Pala
even
Oasis.
less.
Oh, this is so awkward. I can't quite get a 3-for-1 out of this. I'm 500 off.
Yeah, he makes it so awkward.
But, yeah, I guess we just, we'll Apocalypse Vise. I'm assuming the OCTGN targeting doesn't work. But,
yeah, no, it doesn't.
We will hit, Pala Oasis, and what are the odds you're running Merfolk? Probably not high, so yeah, I guess Pala Oasis and Magris then.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm not too mad about seeing this. I'm gonna Hopeless Vortex your Twin Cannon.
Alright, not too big a fan of that.
And yeah, I mean, I can't get through a Thrash Crawler right now.
Well, that's not a bad draw.
Oh, yeah.
Aqua Hulkus. And then we'll end.
I'll draw.
I shouldn't have tapped the Darkness mana there. Oh well, didn't matter. Blow up your own board with Declawaz seems like a good play to me.
I mean, honestly, there are worse things I could do. Because then I get to look at your card in your hand, which, like, I mean, I guess more likely than not, it's probably getting used on your next turn anyways, but... And if it was small enough, it probably would have hit the board. If it was a Loco, you did tap the Darkness mana.
I did say it didn't matter, so you
yeah,
can be pretty
true.
reasonably certain it's not Loco. I mean, like, there was absolutely no reason ever to tap this Darkness mana. I just was not paying attention to what I was tapping.
I'm just tapping the Declawaz.
He's doing it, okay.
Yeah, I don't care about my
Turns out
Corile,
it's a Corile in my hand, so that's getting discarded.
I mean, Corile and Aqua Hulkus
dies
the Loco
too.
and Corile. That's not too bad.
Okay, well, we have another Aqua Hulkus, and this time we are going to appropriately tap our mana.
Okay.
And it mattered this time because I drew a Locomotiver to follow up.
Oh!
So,
oh, my Aqua Surfer!
Aqua Surfer, that is not the best card here. Turns out these both just died to Declawaz. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead, though.
It kind of feels bad, but I kind of, like... I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my Aqua Hulkus that I'm just gonna kill anyways.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'll tap it, and I'll just blow everything up.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, let's get rid of this Decloise.
Okay,
And go ahead.
I'll draw. I'm gonna run out another new card. Tajamal, Vizier of Aqua.
That's a neat card for sure.
Feel pretty good about blocking twin cannons in this deck with it.
Well, Aqua Hulkus number... Maybe this is the 4th one, I don't even know.
It feels like it's been so many in a row, what the heck?
I don't even know. This is not a bad secondary top deck. We'll Cranium Clamp you.
Oh, okay. You got my Tornado Flame and a Twin Cannon.
The unfortunate thing is I also only have 7 cards in my deck. But,
yeah. And you have to get through a pretty good blocker.
Okay,
I will just draw and I will pass.
You know, we do have to kill this blocker if we're ever going to win the game. So we're going to do that now before you have a chance to locomotiver this out of my hand, even though it feels a bit bad.
Yeah, I take it.
Do we? And this board isn't winning anytime soon. I need to get one of my finishers, I think, if I'm gonna win, or at least get like something else. 1 Baza and 1 Twin Cannon are gone. Yeah, I think we have to pass though. Go ahead.
I will just draw and pass.
Right.
You probably like to see that. I don't like to see it that much.
Well, turns out the Aqua Hulkus I drew last turn wasn't the 4th one, because this is the 4th one.
Uh-oh.
So we'll just play that.
Alright.
Now do we? This is actually an interesting vision here. Decloise that's gone. You only played 1 burst shot. Holding 2 cards in. Yeah, okay.
I don't even remember where I played at this point.
4 cards left. Yeah, I think we've sort of gotta go in at some point, and I think now is going to be as good a time as we get. So we'll go at Shield 1 with Aqua Hulkus.
Yep. I'm going to Shield Trigger Tornado Flame.
Of course he is.
And I'm going to kill the other Aqua Hulkus, I guess.
Yep. The other one couldn't attack anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. I mean,
I
guess this is better because you could... Actually, that's true if you're running Death Smoke still. Which, I mean, is probably not the worst in Progression Series, honestly.
I'm gonna Locomotive her and just hope that I hit the Twin Cannon.
Alright. No.
No, okay. Go ahead.
I was kind of like, I assume you have a burst shot at some point, and like if I played this last turn, that just makes burst shot an absolute blowout.
Oh, yeah.
And not a bad top deck. We will Locomotive you.
Okay. Yeah, it was
Tornado
removable.
Flame. I mean, we this is not gonna end well, but we've got 3 cards left in our deck. We're going in at Shield 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I am just going to run out Tajamal, which is really convenient if you're banking on a Twin Cannon.
Alright. Again, there are worse things I could draw. It's not a Twin Cannon. We'll just get rid of your board with an Apocalypse Vise.
Yep.
Locomotive or Aqua Hulkus, sorry. Actually, no.
Okay.
You could be running Magma Rex. Locomotive is going in. Aqua Hulkus will go in.
It is Crystal Memory.
That's not good.
How many cards are left in your deck right now? I don't think I can
2.
menu over while this is open.
I've got 2, yeah.
You have 2 in your deck? Okay.
Yep.
So you have to win on your next turn, right? Yeah, you have to win on your next turn. So I pretty much just take that and it should be GG. Okay.
I could draw... I use Corile on my own creatures, I'm not even sure.
Actually, that's actually insane.
No, it's only opponents, actually.
Yeah.
I somehow remembered that. It's kind of like, I don't think I can Corile my own creatures.
Alright, my go?
But, yeah, I mean, if you took Burst Shot, the game's over.
I actually did not take Burst Shot. I took Apocalypse Vise.
That's fair, too. Do you want to take out my Thrash Crawler?
No, I'm going to take out the Aqua Hulkus and the Locomotive.
Yeah,
and that's it. I don't even want to take out the Sweeto.
I could top deck Probably nothing.
You could top deck Bombazar and hope I don't notice you don't have green mana.
We'll Volcano Charger. I think the other Twin Cannon was either the last card in my deck or in my shields, and I am running Corpse Charger also, which was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
Go
and I'll
ahead.
just draw and pass.
Yep. We'll play the salty last card. in
Yeah,
my deck.
the deck out. Let's go.
Oh my god.
All right, well, you got choice first or second.
You could go first.
Are you sure? Because you'll deck out a little bit faster that way.
I'm sure.
All right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can win without decking out. Our draws just have to line up better.
Oh my god. What is this hand? I'm going to put Surfer to mana. Go ahead.
Alright. We'll send Spiral Gate to mana. Go ahead. The shield trigger that loses card advantage, not so useful when it's against anything other than Bombazar.
Yeah, right. Locomotiver to mana. Go ahead.
You know, I guess we send the other one to mana. Go ahead.
I'm still mad that you picked the ugly one. Other Locomotiver to mana, and I'm going to play Aqua Hulkus.
Alright.
Now, I will draw a card. Go ahead.
Yes, send Core Isle to mana. Go ahead. We're actually on mono water today.
Alright, we're gonna play this to mana, and we're just gonna. I just keep drawing the Locomotivers.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
three
yes.
of them. Well, there goes
I was gonna say,
Clamp.
let's see if I can hit the Cranium Clamp. I'm just so good at this game. What can I say?
Oh, fortunately, you only hit one of my Cranium Clamps.
Alright.
You will play the other one.
Are you ready to see this? This has been my game so far.
Lost Soul, Lost Soul. Okay, Ghost Touch, Lost Soul.
It's like I drew all my discard. What is happening?
Go ahead. And I have attack your hand, but you do have 2 creatures on board, and I have none.
Yeah.
Okay, not going in, though, which,
No, I'm not gonna
to
go
be
in.
fair, was probably the right play, I think.
The other time, I only went in because I was, like, ready with, like, I could follow it up with Twin Cannon, and then I figured, like, I had the Mist Riaz, so you wanted to deal with that, but I don't have the setup for it this time.
I try to, like, hold on to my Tornado Flames, because they're one of my best answers to Miss Riaz, but turns out, A, we're playing Locomotiver, so you have no hand, and you also have no light mana to play Miss Riaz, even if you draw it.
Okay, now that it's all been revealed, do you see this draw I've had?
Yeah, okay, so 5...
Ghost Touch, 3 Locos, 2
see.
Lost Souls.
Yeah, so you've seen 10 cards with 2 Lost Souls, 3 Locos, and a Ghost Touch.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Anyways, go ahead.
Draw.
What's funny is that despite that, you're the one with no cards in hand. By one mechanism or another.
Just play the Crimson Hammer to mana. I want to be able to top deck something good. I don't want to kill a stupid Loco.
Alright, I'm like holding on to my discard, but we
there
were
was more!
drawing pretty heavy on the discard too. I think that one I only drew like last turn. I wasn't holding on to 3 whenever you were discarding randomly. But yeah, we'll Aqua Hulkus and then pass.
I'll draw. I'll pass.
Right.
Our board is evenly matched. Our mana is evenly matched.
This is a tricky one, actually. How do we want to do this? Oh man, this is such a weird position. I have a play that I want to do, but it's such a strange play that, like, it feels wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like trying to talk myself out of it, but I can't. Okay, so I mean, this play, it's just an odd play, but I think it's right. We're gonna Core Isle your Aqua Hulkus without playing mana.
Yep.
And we are going to swing its shield 1 with Aqua Hulkus.
I get an idea. I know where this is going. I have a shield trigger. Ghost Touch, because I don't have enough discard already. So I'm gonna hit your Twin Cannon, right?
Okay.
No, the Apocalypse Vibes.
What's funny is that, like, literally something that went into my thought process is like, oh, every discard card is already gone. He's never gonna get rid of either of these two cards in my hand. Anyways, go ahead. You didn't hit the twin cannon.
Yeah, no, I did not. Now here's the thing.
You already know where this is going.
Yeah, now I have some consideration because, I mean, I could play the Aqua Hocus and try to get that twin, to get the next, I could try to Aqua Hocus and get the Locomotiver, the last one, which would be quite nice.
Yeah, I do like that you can't, Tajabal me, actually, this position also.
I think this is our best play. We're tapping 3 mana. We're summoning Aqua Hocus.
Okay.
And we're ending our turn.
Right. I am running 2 rainbow cards in this deck, by the way.
Oh god, that would be so funny.
This is a prime situation.
Yeah, because you could get that Galek
Salt.
or the Melnia, the Aqua Shadow. That's not it. Okay.
Tornado Flame. So I mean, we're just running out the twin cannon.
Yep.
Like, we're threatening game, but like this board is kind of hard to deal with, even if you you'd have to get like burst shot and target removal for the twin cannon.
Alright, well, nothing in the first 2.
It's honestly an argument to not going in with these. Like, you can just suicide them anyways. But I think we just do it. Or I'll go in.
Nothing.
Aqua Hocus will go in.
I would really like to see a burst shot right about now. And that was no triggers, except I had the Ghost Touch. I had the Ghost Touch. Yeah, you got it.
Alright, game 3. Let's go.
Game 3. Alright, I am gonna go second this time because I do not like your cranium clamps when I'm going first and playing cards.
That's fair.
Good luck.
Good luck. Guess we'll send Aqua Hocus to mana and end.
Alright, I'm gonna draw a card.
No marine flowers this hand.
Oh, yeah. That would have been an insane play.
Secret tech I've been hiding this whole time.
Crimson Hammer to mana.
I've actually been thinking about running cyber viruses, by the way.
Oh god,
like,
they're so bad in this.
No, I've got 2 of the Cosmic Nebula, and
Yeah,
I've got 1 of the other
good.
one. I know, but it's like not the worst. But yeah, I mean, clearly I'm not running it.
I'm so used to Duel Masters plays, which was the Japanese meta, where there was Astral Warper, which was 2 mana, 3,000, Evo to Cyber Virus, and you draw 3.
Oh geez, that's insane. And okay,
Yeah.
it's like 6.
It was
in
busted.
this?
Anyways, I'll take my turn now. I will draw. I'm gonna put the burst shot to mana. Go ahead.
I as well will put a burst shot to mana, and we'll play the other Aqua Hocus.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is unfortunate, but I need the light mana.
Yep, that's fair.
It feels bad when you have like a turn 3 play that you have to put some mana.
Oh, I know. Anyways, I think we're gonna play Locomotiver here.
Okay. Oh, my Lost Soul.
Okay, I'm happy to see Lost Soul go away. Yeah, we're not attacking. Go ahead.
I will draw. I'm actually gonna play the other Lost Soul to mana
Okay.
so that I can Locomotiver you.
No!
Yes, okay, good. I was gonna say, like, that feels better right now, because I feel like you've got cards. And, like, by the time it gets to turn 7, you might not have anything, so...
Honestly, that's why I'm not running Lost Soul in this build. Like, when you're running 3 Cranium Clamps and 4 Locomotives...
Oh yeah, you don't need it.
40-card deck, there's never a hand worth Lost Soul in.
It's just in my deck, I have the feels bad Ghost Touches instead of the Cranium Clamp.
Like, you didn't pull Cranium Clamp. We're just playing mana and ending.
Okay, Tajamal to mana, go ahead.
The last turn, like, I was trying, or I guess 2 turns ago, I was trying to think whether to play Locomotiver and Cranium Clamp, and I was like, does it matter which I play? I was like, literally the only way I'd rather play Cranium Clamp first is if he plays Locomotiver and hits my Cranium Clamp. And look what happens.
Yep. I mean, honestly, like, through the whole progression series, the Locomotivers have just been, like, the god hits. Like, it feels like every time.
So, you know what's funny? I was actually about to play Volcano Charger to mana and then pass. But
Oh,
I can just
no,
play
no,
the
you can, yeah.
Volcano Charger and get a free creature kill outfit.
Yeah, you may as well.
So, go ahead.
I'm gonna put Zombie Carnival to mana. I'm not really trying to get back a single Loco right now.
There are worse things you could do, if I'm being honest.
There are worse things. I'm gonna draw a card, and then I'll end my turn.
We'll discard a card. Play a Locomotiver.
Yep. Oh, I wanted that one.
I'd like to see that. I mean, you've got burst shots. I guess just burst shots. But yeah, go ahead.
Decloise. Go ahead.
He's got that too.
I feel like you probably have something to deal with it, but you could also just do a Twin Cannon and YOLO at me.
Actually, we'll send Apocalypse Vise to mana, which looks weird until you realize I'm also just playing Apocalypse Vise.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
And we'll kill both of those.
Yep.
I think we want to put the pressure on now, because you can swing back with Burst Shot, but you don't have creatures that can kill me, so we'll go in with Loco.
Yep.
No trigger.
No trigger.
Shield 2.
I got a Tornado Flame, so we'll kill the Focus.
Yep, that's fair. Go ahead.
I'll draw.
Hoping to get 3 down, so then, like, the Twin Cannons off the top are more threatening.
This does help keep it a little bit less threatening.
That is true.
Now, what do I want to take? I'm going to take the Burst Shot, though. You have a lot of things that die to it.
Yeah, okay. So taking up Burst Shot was definitely right, because I was holding Corile in my hand.
Ah, yep. That makes sense.
So Loco's gonna go in. This is, like, a bit awkward, because I know you could just Burst Shot on your turn.
Yeah, but it does put a lot of pressure.
My board is dying, so, like, at this point I'm trying to win with Twin Cannon or Baza. So, like, do I even want to give you another card? I guess if I don't break, does that let you, like, not Burst Shot? I think we will go in, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right or not.
Alright, well, it is a Ghost Touch, which actually is pretty good now.
That's pretty irritating. That was the punish,
yes.
for
Okay,
sure.
that helps.
Go ahead.
I think my play here is pretty straightforward. I will put a Twin Cannon of my own to mana, actually, just because I want to start building up. And I will Burst Shot you. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you can still hold on to your key card, which sucks, but if I don't play this, you're just gonna Loco it. So we'll Cranium Clamp you.
This is actually a really interesting decision. Just given the fact that you're top decking.
And why did I go in with that Loco? Oh well.
I'm going to discard Decloise and Petruva.
Okay, that makes me a bit scared of what you're holding on to, I'm not gonna lie. But,
it's the Cyforce.
Oh yeah, I knew that already. Okay.
I figured this way I could just, like, run out the Cyforce and take back Zombie Carnival.
That's not bad.
And then I have potential for getting them back. But, like, Decloise felt, like, kind of decent. But if you got a Corile or something, it would have been slightly annoying.
Like, it's good you don't have a lot of synergy in what's in your graveyards. Like, you can basically just pick up, was that 2 Decloises? What the
That
heck?
was 2 Decloises.
How did you pull 2 Decloises in this
Dude,
set?
my pulls were weird.
Anyways, we'll draw. Well, I mean, I guess we Corile the Cyforce.
Alright.
I don't know. Go ahead. Gives us an angle to potentially hit your last shield, depending on what you have. I know you have Zombie Carnival and Cyforce. Actually, maybe I should have just sent that to mana to let me play Baza when I draw it.
So here's
I
what
don't
I'm gonna
even know. This game is weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the Zombie Carnival to mana. I'm gonna play the Cyforce.
Pick up the Zombie Carnival.
I'm actually thinking about picking up Crimson Hammer just to make sure I've got some removal ready. Because Zombie Carnival is a little bit slow, but I mean, you're down, what, 3 Corilles at this point, I think? Yeah, you're down 3 Corilles, there's only 1 left.
Yeah.
You're down 2 Apocalypse Vises, but I know you did pull a playset. And, like, Zombie Carnival feels slow when I'm on 1 shield. I want to be doing something. I'm going to take up Crimson Hammer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of things I could rip off the top that suddenly make things bad. We will pass, though. That is not one of them.
I will draw. I will do 4 for Locomotiver.
That's
and
fair.
I'm not tapping the red. I'm doing also the crimson.
Yeah.
So okay, it was Tornado Flame. All right. I was hoping to hit like the Baza, but obviously that was a very low odd.
Pass again.
All right, I'll draw. What do I want to do? Do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna Ghost Touch.
All right.
Emerald. No, I always do that. Every time you top deck and pass, I Ghost Touch it.
I mean, I think it's the right play. I was basically the reason I held on to Emerald was like, if I draw something bad now, Emerald gives me a second chance at a good card.
Yeah. I just figured if it was something like that, you would have maybe played it to mana so you could get the Baza going, but...
This is a thinker. But, I mean, we're gonna play this no matter what, so you can see what I'm thinking about. We're gonna play Corpse Charger.
Oh, okay. Let's
Now,
see what's
the
in
question is, do I just take the Twin Cannon and try and win the game, or do I take Locomotiver and hit the last card in your hand?
Oh, I see, yeah. I'm like, wait, you can't do that, but wait, this is a Charger, you can do that.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, it just... OCTGN hasn't actually sent it to the mana zone yet.
Yep.
Because I haven't chosen the card.
That's not a bad rip off the top, actually, that Corpse Charger.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Twin Cannon trades with Psyforce anyways. I think we're actually going to take the Locomotiver.
Okay.
I mean, this can attack on my next turn anyways if I draw removal, and that is a card I'm happy to be removing.
Yeah, it was
also
a little
not
too slow to
that
use
enters
earlier.
Twin Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but we have a game now.
Yeah, it is a weird one.
We have a game. I mean, once again, we're both top decking. This always happens somehow.
Alright, Aqua Hulkus is not a bad rip.
The god of top decking wars.
Go ahead.
Oh, we'll pass.
Alright, I'll draw. I'm gonna run out Tajimal and end the turn. Pretty useful if there's a Baza.
That is definitely true. And I don't know how soon you want to go in, but this can get a bit spooky. Like, Twin Cannon is game if you draw it, so we'll just run out a blocker.
Yep. This is a good game.
The random comment, one card I'm sad neither of us pulled is Kray's Valkyrie, the Drastic.
I wanted it so bad, by the way.
The card is so neat. I completely forgot these multi-civ cards are also initiates.
Okay, I'm just gonna pass.
He's
Hit
passing.
me with the cramp. The clamp.
Cramp.
Punish me with the cramp. There was 2 in the graveyard, so I felt kind of
take a gander at your graveyard. Okay, there's 2 Lost Souls gone. I don't think I have too much to worry about. I'm looking at everyone's graveyard trying to figure out stuff. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna Brain Serum.
Okay, I take it.
And we're holding on to something. I guess we'll try and hit it. A Locomotiver.
Alright, it was a Twin Cannon.
Okay, not bad. Go ahead.
I'll draw. I'm gonna Crimson Hammer a Loco. Go ahead.
Alright.
Just to keep myself a little bit more safe. But you do have a decent sized hand at this point, which I'm not too happy about.
Oh man, this is a thinker too. Oh jeez. Ugh.
You've got the hand advantage, I've got the field advantage. What's gonna happen? I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Like, oh my god. Okay, here's the play.
Alright, hit me. Let's see what you got.
So,
No
we are
mana.
going to... I guess we'll do it like this.
Yep.
Doesn't really matter, but... So we're gonna play Thrash Crawler, and
That's
just
pretty
the
good.
reason I was thinking for so long is just like, I have so many cards I can take with Thrash Crawler, and one of them is Corpse Charger, so like I can also get access to my entire graveyard.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But, so there were
Yeah.
a lot of things I could have done, but we are just going to
This is a little scary now.
pick up Apocalypse Vise,
Okay.
and we are going to play Melvia the Aqua Shadow, which notably has the can't be blocked ability in addition to being a Slayer. So, yeah, go ahead. Hope you don't have burst shot.
I mean, I feel like I have to. Like, that thing, it feels bad. But, like...
In this position, that's more than respectable.
Yeah, there's better things to Hopeless Vortex than a 1,000 power creature, but that thing is kind of nasty. I feel like this way, even if you Apocalypse Vise me, I still have a decently sized blocker on board. Puts me in a slightly better spot, but there's a couple specific cards in my deck that I really, really want right now. But this is what happens when you play 54 cards.
Yeah, okay. We're just... had some other options, but we're just gonna Vise. We're gonna take out everything except the Psyforce.
Okay.
And then, yeah, go ahead.
Now, I know one of your ways to win the game here would be the Baza. And I feel like you would definitely clear the Tajimal if you have the Baza. But you probably would do it anyways, because realistically, I'm not swinging at you for probably a long time.
I mean, quite honestly, I'm more concerned about the size of your blockers than anything. And, like, Tajimal is basically an 8,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, my only things that are above 4,000 power are fire creatures, so, like... Yeah. And just I get to... like, honestly, I'd probably rather remove the Tajimal alone than the Psyforce alone.
Right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to get some draw power while we can. And hope this can help me get in the game. Or get, like, a little bit more hand advantage. Because even if you have the Baza, I do get the card draw.
Finally! Holding on to this stupid card for, like, 15 turns has finally paid off. We're gonna Spiral Gate the Psyforce. You'll see.
Okay.
I obviously I'm hitting your last sheet.
Yeah, for sure.
First we're gonna Tornado Flame the Mistria.
Yep.
So, and we'll 20 turns later, get your last shield out of there.
Yep.
And no trigger.
No trigger.
Right, go ahead.
This does not feel great. I won't lie to you. Yeah, I feel like you probably just have it. If you got the Baza, you got the Baza. I will... Or, I mean, if you got removal, you got removal. I'll just put this side. No, it doesn't matter either way. If you got it, you got it. I'll do that, and I'll take back the Lost Soul.
Yeah. Well, I am holding the Twin Cannon.
Yeah, I figured you probably were.
Enough.
Dang it, GG's.
Yeah, right. GG's. Man, those... Not really what I expected from this set, but those were some intense games anyways. I probably would have been playing Bombazar if I'd known you were gonna play this. But, like, so in a hypothetical world where we're playing Bombazar versus Bombazar, you have Aqua Surfer and you have 4 Twin Cannon Sky Terrors.
Yeah, that's what my logic was.
I was not happy about those odds. I was like, we gotta try something else.
I felt like there was no way that you were gonna play Bombazar unless you just had, like, the absolutely most cracked pulls of all time.
Yeah. If I'd pulled more than one, I probably would have been doing it regardless.
So I
did
felt
pull
like
a lot of others. Like I have the play set of Windex, and I think I'm only missing 1 Gonta.
Yeah, that was me too. It was weird because I got the 3 Gonta and I got like 5 Windex, but I didn't really get very many of the other ones. I did get the Tajimal, which actually works out pretty nicely for the kind of decks that I've been playing.
Actually, one fun thing, I pulled 2 of a very rare that I didn't really even know existed, but do you know what Techno Totem is?
Oh my god, yeah, that thing is good. That thing is really good.
I've got 2 of those, and so, like, one of the decks I was testing with was, like, a Fire Nature Light Bombazar, trying to, like, lean into that and, like, get early board control. I pulled 2 of the Nature Light thing that untaps and has, like, power attacker plus 3,000.
Yeah, I wanted that too. I didn't get any of him.
And I have Bombazar and Soul Swap. So, like, I've got a pretty good Fire Nature Light Bombazar deck, quite honestly. But I didn't like 4 Twin Cannons with the possibility of Bombazar also.
Right.
Anyways, the theory here is I was thinking you might be on Bombazar, and I really just want to run as few cards as possible to draw my Locomotivers and Cranium Clamps.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then also, like, I haven't been playing Tornado Flame very much, but with Gonza running rampant, I was like,
yeah, I noticed that too. Like, just Gonta alone, like, completely changes what removal is relevant in this format. Like,
Right,
neither
yeah.
of us are playing Searing Wave. I'm
Yeah,
only
like
on one burst shot. You have a bunch of burst shot, which also makes sense.
Yeah, this deck, I need it just because of how big it is. I need so many shield triggers if I want to stand a chance against like a decent rush deck.
Yeah, that's true.
So I want to just like max those out.
I did think about playing Firelight Rush actually also.
I built
honestly.
one, but honestly it wasn't up to par. I didn't feel like there was actually this other deck. I didn't like build this until just like today, so I didn't have enough time to test it. It was kind of loosely based on a deck that top 8'd the Continentals. If you can look at the deck I loaded in, it's like a weird like water, fire, nature like control, but with Bombazar just like chucked in.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about something like this too, actually. I think it's pretty playable.
It just didn't feel like strong enough against Darkwater Fire.
Yeah,
and I felt like that was the highest chance that what you were playing.
A card I'm really missing also is Rumbling Terrahorn.
Yeah, yep.
If I'd
I only
had
have
like
one.
2 of those, I might have been playing something like this, actually.
So next week we've got Blastosplosion of Gigantic Rage, where we're bringing in the Wave Strikers. No, I like Wave Strikers.
Are those
They're
the survivors, but worse?
they're actually not that bad, but like you have to pull the right ones and pull enough of them.
Okay.
And like they don't really exist in other sets, so it's like if you don't get them, you don't get them.
Right.
But what we do have that's gonna like could be huge is like the super rare and very rare like multicolor spells.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I really like a lot of these multicolor spells because they're like really.
Like what
Honestly,
would
I don't
really
know
want in
how
this
good
deck-
they are, but they're all like really situationally powerful. I remember I was playing. This isn't one of the rares, but I was playing this slash and burn card in some of my decks. That was a fun card. I think it's actually not very good.
I don't think it's bad. There's good stuff in there. Alright, well let's wrap it up here before we
Yeah.
ramble for too long.
Probably too long talking at the end, but whatever.
We already had we have a 3-game set in front of us. We got like long deck profiles, I'm sure. So alright, we'll wrap it up here. We'll catch you guys next week with Blastosplosion of Gigantic Rage. Peace!